It's about whether this is going to be a bad organization or not. It might just have some like really corrupt officers or people in charge.
Lieutenant.
Captain.
My friend here would like to learn more about this camp.
At your orders, Captain. Sir?
Ask him about the squadron.
Can you tell us about your squadron?
The recruits who come here are the best. And in my squadron, they get even better. I don't know what else to tell you. They're disciplined, rigorous, and effective. Exactly what you'd expect from the best soldiers.
What kind of training takes place in your ranks?
Combat in natural settings. Combat against the savages.
So they basically go out and attack
Very curious
natives.
about how you train against the magic the natives use.
Now these are complex, secret maneuvers. I'm very sorry, but I can't tell you anymore.
That's a pity. It would definitely be instructive.
Mention Reiner's case.
I heard the recruit Rainer trained here. What can you tell me about him?
Oh, he was a good one. He died a little while ago.
So we've heard. Your captain told us he died during a maneuver. Can you tell us more?
The training we do outside can be dangerous. Unfortunately, Rainer fell to his death in a ravine.
He fell.
During a simulated ambush. I know, it's not glorious, but it happens. I'd like to get back to work now, if you'll allow it, Captain.
Go on. We're gonna go talk to some of your recruits.
I hope that it won't take too long. We're all very busy here.
We'll be quick, Lieutenant.
The story about training against magic is a lie. This lieutenant has no idea what he's talking about.
So what could they be training recruits for here, then?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I don't like it.
It could be for the arena. I don't think that'll be the case, but where's this story going? I honestly don't know. Can I just jump down here? So did I get lucky and get the right... Yeah, I think I talked to the right lieutenant first time there. That was lucky.
Soldier!
Yes, Captain.
At ease. We have some questions for you.
Me? At your orders, Captain.
You look exhausted. Is training that rough here?
It's difficult at first, but you get through it. Taming fatigue. That's the key to it all.
Haven't you ever wanted to stop? You've never doubted your vocation.
I'm not a coward, nor a weakling. The strength of the shadow.
What?
What is that? Your motto?
Our squadrons, Captain.
The strength of the shadow?
You seem concerned about your comrades. You keep looking at them.
No, not at all.
Are you afraid of what they might think of you?
Absolutely not, Captain. We are all of one mind in this squadron. We are very united.
I don't think so.
Since this is such a close-knit squadron, you must have known Rainer.
Yes, of course. But he's not part of the squadron any longer.
He left
Really?
before he got
I
killed.
don't know what you're trying to get me to say, Captain. Rainer left the squadron because he was sent on a mission. There's nothing more to say.
Sorry, mate, but that's not what happened.
I don't know anything more.
Oh dear.
Thank you.
He's in trouble.
That will be all.
Thank you, sir.
He's going to be dead next.
Good
And dumped in the
heavens.
harbour.
I feel like a bogeyman.
These recruits are clearly scared to let any information slip.
It's as if their life depended on it.
Is that our platform to get out? So we can climb that, but we can't climb the little sides of this place? Now who do we talk to? Who's lying next? Who do we go and kill? I think we go and kill someone. I think that's the answer to this. No one down there. Is this the lieutenant?
Lieutenant!
Okay.
Respectfully, Captain.
Here is my friend, the legate of the merchant congregation. He would like to ask you a few questions.
At your orders. I'm listening, sires.
Details.
How do the various squadrons in this camp differ from one another?
The recruits I train are intended to carry out more subtle actions.
Really? What kind?
I teach them how to blend into the background, understand customs, observe, and know when to strike.
That's strange. These skills are normally associated with assassins, rather than soldiers.
These skills are always useful, regardless of the enemy or the setting.
What kind of training do your men undergo?
I can't go into details, but they learn discipline, and to outdo themselves.
You mean to blindly follow orders, even to their death?
But No, Captain. We also teach them to analyze situations, so that they know when to act to avoid risking their lives.
Okay, that's about all we've got from her.
How did you become an instructor in this camp?
I have led numerous squadrons before, and I've trained hundreds of recruits on the continent. I worked with Captain Rolfe in the past, and when I arrived on the island, he recommended me for this position.
That's very impressive. And I expect that you're familiar with the natives' environment and magic.
Yes, of course.
Oh, we've got charisma. Try to corrupt her to obtain information about Reiner. We've got to do it. We've got to do it.
Kurt, don't you think that someone this talented fits what we're looking for? You see, we need to find someone who can replace Kurt to oversee my cousin's security.
Your cousin is the governor of New Serene, I've heard. It's a prestigious position. I don't doubt my abilities, but an offer like this, made so suddenly, must have a price.
Of course.
Can't hide anything from you.
We're trying to find out what happened to Rainer, a recruit who trained here.
That name doesn't sound familiar. He must have been in the Shadow Squadron.
The other lieutenant's squadron.
Yes.
Well, we knew
I'm
this.
sorry, haven't been much use to you. Did something happen to him?
He died. His body was thrown into the harbor to make it look like he drowned.
I guess it was one of your recruits. My condolences, Captain.
We'll question some of your soldiers.
At your orders, but please be quick. I'd like to get on with training.
I really wish the dialogue was a bit more adaptive to what order you spoke to people in. Like it was carry on as if we'd never spoken to the first person there, which is a bit of a shame. Right, come on.
Hello, soldier.
Captain?
We need information. Your instructor authorized us to question you.
Of course, sire. I'm listening.
How would you describe your training? Do you train outside the camp much?
Yes, we do. Well, not exclusively.
Really? Yet we've been told that your unit specialized in actions over difficult terrain.
Yes, I think so. Well,
That's not true at all.
Problems remembering things, soldier?
No, Captain.
Obviously caught him out with that.
What's it like in your squadron?
Very good. The Phantom Squadron is made up only of the very best.
Do you trust your comrades?
We're like 5 fingers on one hand, sire. I would trust them with my life.
You've sure got the military spirit.
Yes, Captain.
We've learned that a recruit died in an accident during a maneuver. Does this happen often?
No, of course not. Only to those who aren't strong enough.
That's strange. I was told that this recruit was very talented.
I don't know what to tell you. It's possible. If you don't mind, I'd like to get back to my training.
He seems afraid that an accident might befall him too.
No, it's not that. I just don't want to fall behind schedule.
Very well. Go on.
Very
Excellent.
keen.
Captain?
It's quite funny, those guys kicking the crap out of each other
This
behind.
boy's answers about his training seem pretty dubious to me.
Oh, there's another one to
Can't
talk
hide
to.
the lies.
Yeah, see if we can get the camera angle so that we can get them two in the background, leathering each other.
Soldier! Captain!
Oh,
At ease, soldier.
done it the wrong way.
We'd like to learn more about your training.
I have nothing to say about it, sir.
Really? Go on, it's not a difficult question. What do you do during training?
Is this a test, Captain?
No, it's not a test. You may speak freely.
Well, training is difficult, but we can't complain, Captain.
That's an interesting way to phrase it.
Do I recommend this title? I do. I quite like it. I've enjoyed it. I think I've said to a few other people, for me, the first 5 to 6 hours were a little bit dry, and the combat wasn't much fun. But that's because I hadn't unlocked any good combat skills by that point. Once you get good skills unlocked for combat, it completely transforms the experience and makes it a lot more entertaining. And yeah, if you can get past the slow start, I think the game's pretty good, and I quite like it.
You're very united in this squadron. At least, that's what I've been told.
United. You could say that, yes. Until death.
Ah,
That's rather sinister. Does the name Rainer sound familiar to you?
Yeah. Well, no. Not really.
oh, he's put his
You
foot in
seem
now.
rather hesitant. Afraid of being reprimanded by your lieutenant?
No. Well, Not at all. It's just that I can't tell you anything about Recruit Rayner. And we're lucky to have the Lieutenant as our instructor, Captain.
We should leave this soldier to his work.
Your name, soldier?
Wilhelm. First-class recruit Wilhelm, Spectre Squadron.
Keep it up,
Spectre, Shadow, Phantom Squadron.
Lieutenants, report.
Captain?
Could you give us a few minutes and take us around the site? I've never been here before, and I'm curious to see what goes on.
I'm not sure if we can, Captain.
We are on duty, Captain.
Right, Lieutenant. Let's go. Are you coming with us?
No, thank you. I'd rather stay here. Take in some fresh air.
As you like. In that case, see you later.
Well, okay, that wasn't too hard. And we go back and talk to these people again? Or is it just Wilhelm? This damn thing.
Wilhelm, we need to talk. And don't worry. Kurt will make sure your superior doesn't come this way.
Yeah, but the others are going to
Why
hear.
are you doing this?
We didn't think you'd say anything as long as she was here.
If you noticed, others will have too. They'll make me pay.
Too right.
Even more reason to talk. If we have proof, we can take action and close this camp.
Very well. What would you like to know?
What's really going on here?
What's really going on here? We know that Rayner didn't die in an accident.
This is supposed to be a training camp for the Guard's elite. Only the most talented recruits are allowed to join. This is an immense honor, an extraordinary chance.
Sales
That's
pitch.
what we're told every day. But in reality, it's just hell.
Okay, why?
Tell me about the training you undergo here.
It's more torture than anything else. We're constantly beaten and humiliated, and the slightest complaint only leads to more blows. They even push us to police one another, so we don't dare talk. Whatever the orders, we put our heads down, grit our teeth, and obey.
And they call us barbarians. We could never put our own children through this.
I heard them tell you about the specialist training against the natives in hostile environments. But what they teach us would be more useful for assassins.
Sounds like they're training assassins here.
As for Rayner, do you know what happened to him?
Yes. One day he just couldn't stand it any longer. He disobeyed orders, he fought back, and people got hurt. That's when things blew up. They summoned him for night training.
What does that entail?
It doesn't have much to do with real training. They call us up for it at the last minute. The weakest serve as punching bags for the others, who are encouraged to beat them.
Nice.
If we refuse, we too become the targets. So we
Oh,
join in
right.
and strike. If you're looking to punish Rayner's murderer, you can start with me. We all have his blood on our hands.
Thank you for telling us all of this. You should get back to your comrades.
I hope you can do something. Have this camp closed. Otherwise, I'll soon be as dead as Rayner.
We understand the risk you've taken. We won't let you down.
Is that
Thank
it?
you. Really. That was truly fascinating.
Captain?
I've seen everything I needed to see. You can leave us.
Yes, Captain.
Shall we go?
Kind of disappointed by that. I thought there was some really sinister thing going on here. And it's just an especially brutal training camp. But it's not, you know, it's not as nefarious and corrupt as I was expecting and hoping for a really good story. Do you know what this game is missing? It's missing a little bit of humour, something to lighten up, some quest or some character who's always the joker.
Good. Willem has spoken.
What did he tell you?
He said the recruits go through hell. They're humiliated, spy on each other, get bullied. It's essentially torture. Rayner wouldn't stand for these methods. He rebelled and was summoned for night training.
Are you sure he used that term?
Yes, but he told me it's not really training. The recruits are summoned.
And the others beat them. Sometimes to death. I know.
You knew about this kind of training?
Yeah. I thought it was a thing of the past. What a monster. How dare he?
I'm so sorry. I'm lost for words. Tell me, Did you learn anything new?
I scouted out the site. There's 2 parts of the barracks we should look at more closely. Rolf's quarters and the basement, which they refuse to open for me.
You're full of anger, Sengots. Take a deep breath and think. Then tell us your plan.
Let's wait for nightfall. We'll sneak into the camp
Sneak.
unseen, search the barracks, the private quarters, and then the basement.
We might also try to find out where this night training takes place.
Yes. I wouldn't want other young recruits to lose their lives tonight. Especially Wilhelm.
Yeah, there's a chance that that's going to go on. Oh, wait. We're suddenly at night? Okay, cool. The NPCs are pretty dry, and the main character doesn't seem that interesting either. No, well, here's the thing about the main character. There is clearly a significant and important backstory behind the main character based on that birthmark that only appears among the natives of this island, and yet, no matter how many times it's been mentioned and referenced by other people in the game and natives, there has never been an opportunity to inquire about it, and the character has never said, I wonder how I got this birthmark. I wonder what my story really is. Anything like that. Nothing. It's like it's been ignored. It will probably be revealed at the end of the game, I think. But it should be something that I feel builds up. Because, I mean, if it was you, you'd start to question things, wouldn't you? If you suddenly found out that your heritage might not be what you'd been told it was. So it's missing that. And yeah, it could really benefit from a dose of humour or just a joke character. Like most RPGs have something in there to lighten things up.
There's no one left in this part of the camp.
Maybe they're in the combat pit behind the barracks. I saw it when I visited the camp. Or they've already left for their night training.
I guess they've already left.
Let's find Rolf's office. He surely has the key to the basement.
Is he going to leave the key to the basement just lying around in his office, though? And also, all these rooms and stuff, which look so interesting. There's absolutely nothing to play with in them. To loot, to steal, to hide behind, to fight with, to discover, to read, to just anything. What's that? Night training order. All recruits who receive this note are summoned to Soldier Wilhelm's night training. This training is not optional. You're expected at 10 PM on the forest trail north of the camp. Should a recruit not attend this training, they'll be the subject of the next training. Brutal stuff. So basically, it's just a mutual extermination program, this. It sounds crazy. You could build a game around finding out the truth of the character's backstory. Shame there's not more about that. As I say, I'm pretty sure it's going to be revealed later on, or get into it more later on, but it could be a plot that continually builds up throughout the game, where you're given more and more hints, or you're given the chance to go and explore something, and you find a bit of the characters or the nation's history. We've found some of the nation's history. I mean, apparently this congregation came here before, to this island many years ago, and it's been kept quiet. But that's where it seems to have stopped, and the story doesn't then, we need to find out, we need to explore, we need to go and talk to. It just seems to, okay, we'll look at that later. And it needs to build the tension, I think. Key to the torch chamber. Oh, wrong button. Letter from the commander. Congratulations for the work you've done. You've perfectly fulfilled your mission so far. Several of your ghost recruits have already accessed positions close to the governors as planned. Major Herman has informed me that you have suffered some casualties, but nothing susceptible of changing our plans. Nothing susceptible? Okay, I think it means nothing serious. Continue on this path, and we should be ready to act shortly. Are they training assassins who are then getting positioned by the governors? And is this going to be like a big coup?
This letter is disturbing, Kurt. It confirms that several deaths have been disguised in order to keep this camp secret. But it says that the recruits trained here have been assigned to governors from different cities. And yet I'm sure that Constantine knows nothing about these elite units. The conclusion of the letter also confirms that the commander is pleased with what's been going on here.
So Torsten knew.
So it seems. Including about the deaths.
He's gone too far. He dishonors us all. Sieglinde was right.
Who was Sieglinde? Letter from Major Herman. Your recruits have arrived in San Mateus and perfectly fulfill our expectations. I would not have expected anything less from one of my best students. I made sure that the commander knew what a good job you did in your ghost camp. I have no doubt that he will know how to reward you. The recruits we sent to the other cities are just as efficient. You too will be major soon. Are they positioning assassins near the governors? Or are they just training like elite guards for another purpose? I don't know. I don't know. We find out. To the basement then. We need to go and check out this torture chamber. Heavy on wood down here, aren't they? Lots and lots of wood. Could do with a bit of interior decoration, I think. But then how do you really... Can I lockpick this?
Locked.
No, we only have lockpicking one, that's right.
This room. What could have happened in here?
Oh, I wonder.
Smell only too
3 bodies? What could have happened?
blood. Death.
These people have turned this place into a site of suffering. It will take years of work to erase its traces.
Oh, bone saws, big snippers, little snippers, tongs, hammers, axes, and a mallet. It doesn't bear thinking about. A file, a hacksaw, tooth pullers. What's that thing? Some sort of like a hoof pick or something? It's, I mean, Jesus. Oh my God, look at this. I didn't notice. I thought there was a couple of bodies. I didn't notice they were piled up in corners. They're not even bothering to hide all this. I mean, to dispose of the bodies properly. The smell. Formation report. Captain, we've trained the new recruits as instructed. However, some of them seem to have a hard time with the lack of sleep. So they were sent to the black room to be toughened up. We suffered a casualty, but the experience was very successful. And even though they came out slightly weakened, they were much more cooperative afterwards.
This document explains a lot. They torture the soldiers to break them. Rayner shows up on this list more than once. He gave them a lot of problems.
Those who resist too much are lynched during night training. Rolf, you'll pay for this.
Kurt, Wilhelm's name was added to tonight's training.
That's the young man who helped us, isn't it? They will probably kill him for it.
We can't let them kill him. We must stop this training immediately.
The risk is that Rolf will ambush us.
If this boy dies because of us, I will never forgive myself.
We can take on Rolf. We've got the skills to do that. Is that a comment aimed at me or something to do with the game, Mr. Salty?
I refuse to let these recruits pay for the
let's have a
bastards who
look.
manipulate them. Let's avoid spilling blood in vain.
You surprise me once again, Kurt. You're full of compassion for these youngsters.
They're just kids. There has to be a way to reason with them.
We'll do what we
Arrest
can.
Captain Rolf
I can't promise anything more.
or save... We need to save Wilhelm. Rolf might get away, but I think we're going to go and save Wilhelm. That would be the right thing to do. I don't know if we can do both, actually. Oh, hang on. Let's get a quick save on this. I imagine this is going to be one hell of a
Despite
fight.
what Wilhelm told me, I wasn't expecting this.
Fight! Fight! Let me down! Let me down! Let me down! Where the hell?
Kill him. We can't let them get away with it.
Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's go then.
Stop!
Oh.
We won't let you kill this boy like you killed Rayner.
I thought we had to rush in.
Soldiers, do you realize what you're doing?
Captain? But...
You shouldn't be here. This time, you won't get away with it. Times!
Reason with them. Intuition. Discuss the letter. I'm going... Or attack. Well, intuition. Let's discuss the letter.
Do you know what happens to those who die in this regiment? Their bodies are thrown out like those of rabid animals. If you die here, you'll die without glory. No one will ever know what happened to you. I doubt that's what they promised you when you joined the Guard.
No. No, of course not.
A good soldier doesn't fight for glory. He fights to be the best.
Really? Then the Guard really has changed. Did you recruits leave your families to end up lynched and thrown into a ditch?
No. You're right, Captain. We never should have ended up here.
Traitors.
Kill them.
Deserters.
Pause. That all happened very quickly. Emma by the Sea. I'm playing on hard, which was a little bit tricky at the start, I've got to admit, until you build up some combat skills, and then it gets easier. The biggest danger I found in this are groups of monsters, and I don't mean like bosses. Some of the bosses are quite easy once you learn how to do them, but yeah, the biggest danger I found are like big groups of the wild bear things and bull things you find in the woods. Okay, let's see how this goes. Who am I fighting here? One. Just one? Did I... Oh, okay, I only have to fight one.
Right? I'm wounded, but I'll survive. Thanks to you. I'm eternally grateful.
Come, Wilhelm. We'll help you get home. We owe you that at least.
I'm counting on you to bring him back to the camp in one piece.
Yes, Captain.
Well then, let's go. We can't let that vermin Rolf escape us.
Nice, okay. I thought I was going to have to fight the entire group, but I guess my little speech persuaded them otherwise. That bit was dead easy. Is that somewhere else to go? No, it just leads back. So, south. Back up that little ramp.
Let's hope that Rolf didn't hear the sounds of combat. Surprise is our best ally.
Well,
You're right. Let's try to approach discreetly.
to be fair, if he had heard the sounds of combat, he would have just assumed it was the night training beating the crap out of Wilhelm that he ordered. So, I don't see why that should have particularly shocked him. Was that me being discreet? Let's try this. Let's do a quick save as well. Just in case.
It's blocked.
Okay, let's go around the other way then. Is there another road, another door down here? Well, that certainly isn't. It must be through the house, right? Yeah, it looks like it's through the house. Where the hell's the other door? Nope, it's downstairs. I didn't see... It's not downstairs. It's not out through the basement, surely. Let me just take a check. Oh, it is. It looks like it is indeed out of the basement we go. I don't remember seeing any of the doors leading out, though. There was a torture place. Ah, okay. Did we not try this door before? Right. Let's just see that we can sneak up and get him. I imagine there'll be a story rather than just a straight out attack, but... Oh! Avoid casualties among the recruits! I'm just going to reload that back in. I never saw that requirement for that. Let's go back to that. I wonder if it actually said that at some point. I thought that was Rolf. Okay. So we can't knock these people out. He spawned in a different location this time. Anyone around the back of it? I don't know if you guys can hear that on the stream. I've maybe got the volume turned down. It's only very faint. But it just sounds like a rapidly beating heart in my headphones. And it sounds... I get this during moments of the game where there's supposed to be tension and stuff. Like key moments, I think. Hey, Typhon, how's it going? Tuned in and Mark is killing another innocent person. That was completely by accident, and I didn't know he was innocent. In my defense. Honest gov. Where's... Oh, hang on, those are guards. Right, okay, I thought there were more dummies stood there. Can we go in this way? Oh god, is he coming this way? He's right on the other side of this. He's going to turn around, please. Hang on, where am I supposed to be going?